How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi, I'm Lynn. Hope everyone's having an incredible day. It's an absolutely beautiful day here in Ireland. Sunshine galore. It's gorgeous. Now today we're going to tell you how you can do a healing crystal grid to send healing energy to your animal friends, to a person or place.
Yeah, definitely, guys. On this occasion here, we're going to be concentrating on a friend of ours who's wee bunny rabbit's feeling poorly. So we're going to use the wee rabbit as an example of how to set up the grid. And as I say, tell you can substitute whatever you want. You can be putting, as Lynn says, towards a person, towards a country, a situation, even towards yourself, you know. But on this occasion, we're going to be using the symbol of the rabbit for this healing grid.
Yeah, now in this healing grid we're going to be using a combination of crystals, but please bear in mind if you only have one crystal you can still send healing. What you can do is pick the crystal up, empower it with your healing thoughts for that person or that place or the animal. Place the crystal. If you have a picture, a photograph, better still place it onto the photograph. If you haven't, picture them in your mind and put that into the crystal when you send the energy.
Definitely, guys, as we've always said, this is our interpretation, this is what we do. We're speaking from heart here and our own experiences. We want you to be intuitive. We want you to look at our videos, get some information from it. If it sits well with you, by all means use it, tweak it, make it your own, add your own in it. But you're an intuitive spirit, and don't be relying on us or books or classes and things like that to take away your own intuitiveness, you know, because we're all intuitive beings. And we hope that these wee collections of videos will help you bring closer to that intuitive being that you are. Now guys, what we want to stress is basically, you know, the crystal healing, we use that term loosely. We're not really too keen on using the term healer because of the connotations it's going to be bringing forward in somebody's mind. But basically these here are not something in substitute of going to your doctor, or if you've got a case of an animal that's ill that you don't want to be taking it to the vet. I want you to use your common sense here. Do you know what I mean? These are complementary therapies that we're offering.
Works alongside medical and also veterinary.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I say use your own common sense here when it comes to sending healing. But we believe it works. We know it works because of our experiences with it. What we want you to do is just send it positive intentions, and to say that can change the world, you know.
Absolutely, yes. No, definitely medical help always comes first. If you know somebody who is ill, or the animal is poorly, the vet is essential and medical help. But working complementary rather than alternative, working alongside, can have good results.
Because some people think it's an alternative to healing. So it's complementary, and as I say, you can't just say to yourself that, you know, a quartz crystal is going to cure you of X, Y, Z. You know, you have to look on, you know, the bigger picture of things. So if we're doing a crystal therapy session, a crystal healing session with someone, it's not just a matter of picking up a crystal. What happened there? What happened there, wee man, eh?
Oh.
There's Rusty just got like a shot there. Oh, hey, beautiful boy. So as I say, it's not just a matter of picking up a crystal and just pointing to someone. You have to take in the bigger picture. You have to ask yourself, you know, what's the circumstances behind the person's illness? You know, is it the environment that they're living in? Is it what they're eating? Drugs they're using?
It's the whole holistic approach, isn't it?
Holistic approach, you know. And as I say, tell you, this is our wee glimpse into crystal grids. We could talk all day about it, and it'll probably take several days to really explain it. But hopefully you'll get something from it, you know. So in the interim period, we just want to send you a love and blessing and sunshine.
Sunshine galore. It's gorgeous. Spring is on its way. It's been really cold the last while here in Ireland and England as well. But the weather is going to be on the change. Spring is here. Hey!
Rusty's birthday yesterday. He was 14 years old.
14 years old. And you know, he's still like a little baby, a little pup.
I want to thank you all for your lovely comments too on the video.
Oh, some amazing comments. Thank you all so much. The comments are absolutely wonderful. Thanks a billion, trillion so much. Anyway, I hope you find the video really informative, and I hope you enjoy it. And we send you all our love and positive energy as always. And most importantly, enjoy.
Enjoy the video, guys.
Bye.
Send us positive energy, yeah. Okay guys, when I'm doing a healing grid, I like to use the singing bowl at the very start, because it brings not only my vibration but the crystal's vibration up to the beautiful place before we start. Now, as I've said, this is our way of doing it, and we're not rigid in anything we do in life. So at this moment in time in our lives, this is comfortable for us. We've been doing this for a while, and all we'd ask you to do is, if you happen to like what we're doing, maybe take a piece from it and twist it round, make yourself comfortable. But we're just actually going to be starting off by putting positive intention into what we're doing. And obviously we've done a cleansing ceremony before we started. We used sage, we've cleansed ourselves, cleansed our crystals. Our intention's pure, and we know what we're trying to focus on here. We're sending healing to our friend's rabbit companion, who's not feeling too great at this moment in time. So we want to be sending positive energy, positive healing thoughts to the rabbit. Now, it's important that you know, and you always keep at the front of your mind, that we are not in control of the healing. We're putting the intention out there, and our hires to be will decide whether healing will take place or not. That would be between the rabbit and its creator, our creator, to decide if healing is going to take place. So why that's important is it means you detach yourself from as if we are something special, that we're the ones doing the healing. We're not. We're only facilitating this, and we're putting it out there. It's also important that you don't take on board, if you're sending healing to a friend and your friend is not getting better, and you start saying, oh, my healing's not working, why is this not happening? Or your pet dog or pet animal is not feeling great, and you're starting to take it all on board. It's important that you know that you're not the healer. Someone higher than us is doing the healing, but you have the faith in it, and you're sending that to the recipient of what we're going to be doing now. So basically we're using the symbol of the rabbit. So that's putting our focus onto what we're wanting to do here at this moment in time. And constantly visualising the rabbit. It's important when you're doing this that you're not visualising the rabbit sick. I've never had the pleasure or the experience to meet this rabbit, but what I am doing is visualising the rabbit happy, running about, rolling about, playing with sweet friends, playing with his mother and father, happy, rolling about and happy, strong, vibrant, and doing what rabbits will be doing. It's important you don't concentrate on the rabbit being sick or the person being sick, or if you're sending somebody strength and positivity who's going through sadness or a loss or depression, it's important that you don't visualise that person sad, depressed, lonely. Visualise that person the way you want to see them. Hold that thought. And the more you're doing this, the more it becomes second nature to you. So we have been concentrating and sending our positive energy towards the rabbit, okay, for the past 2 days. And we feel a connection there, and we're using this as a symbol to keep it fresh. So in my mind's eye now at this moment in time, the rabbit's happy and it's rolling about and it's running. And I'm going to only hold that thought, visualising it strong. Now I have to point out, the rabbit has been seen to the vet and things like that. That's important. This does not replace, using your own common sense to take your animal or even a person to a doctor or a vet, and for their clarification on what's happening. But this is complementary. This is not alternative. This is complementary. So I'm holding a focus. I've pre-chosen the crystals because we've been using them for the past couple of days, and so I have a feeling, but I could arrange them around in different ways. As I've stated earlier, I don't use the circle. I could actually just use a photograph or a symbol of, and I'm doing this circle here so you're constantly aware of what I'm talking about when I mention, north, south, east and west, when you're placing your crystals. And the more you're using it, the more you're working with grids and crystals, it'll become second nature to you. So this is for demonstration purposes only, but it's still quite a good thing you could do, So I'd be starting off, rub it in the centre, send my attention. There's a beautiful quartz point. Once again, I'm communicating with my higher self, with our creator, with the crystal, with the energy, with the rabbit. And this is going to be the centre, this is going to be the focus of this whole grid. It's generating an energy, positive energy. Now you start off in the east. Now, there's different ways you can be putting your crystals down. I'm going to be showing you my way. Now, when you're working energy towards something rather than energy out, so in other words, we want to be sending the energy to the rabbit rather than the energy coming from the crystal to the room, to the person, to ourselves. The points will go inward. So I would start off in the east. Okay. And as I'm putting the crystal down, I'm saying I want to be sending energy towards our healing rabbit. That's in the east. Now, I could touch on the medicine wheel, I could touch on, different people. That's representing the east. It's also representing spring, the beginning, the birth of a person, if we were talking about the different stages of life. So east can be symbolic of many things. The reason why I start in the east, it's simply because the day begins in the east with the sunrise. It's also symbolic of our birth. It's also symbolic of the spring, the beginning. Okay, so that'd be in the east. Once again, picking up a crystal, moving down to the south, directing the energy. What I want to be doing here is sending energy from all angles, all directions, to the centre, to the rabbit, to the generated crystal, putting that energy out there, radiating, building up the energy. Okay, again into the south. Once again, when I'm doing theirs, I'm just in my mind's eye, I'm directing the energy from this crystal to the centre crystal. The centre, of course, always keep in mind, is our intention putting healing in. Okay? The south could be symbolic of the summer. It's a fire element. And as I say, it's, the Native American Indians in medicine, we'll have different colours and things like that. I really don't want to touch on it at this moment in time, but I'm just giving you a glimpse in the energy, what we're doing, we're bringing them on in. Okay, so we're now going to be moving over to the west, constantly thinking, holding the thought, my intention, what I'm wanting the crystal to do, empowering the rabbit, asking my higher self, asking our creator, that if it's meant to be, please send healing energy to this rabbit for its next stage of its journey. Send our healing thoughts from Ireland. And you have to think about it that, there might be distance between us. Any of you watching this video now, you're watching a screen, and you might think that Ireland's a big distance away, but you're not, only a thought form away. And that's very important to remember, that everything's just a thought form away. Now back up into the north now. Send the healing energy down. And nothing's too rigid. Don't conform to what I say, what the books say, what the government say, or anything like that. Be an individual. Learn your own way, walk your own path. I'm only showing you wee bits and pieces here, and it would take us 2 hours video if I really wanted to get the full detail of it. It's the intention. Keep that intention going. I'm going to use some Seraphos here. Seraphos is a crystal, a green crystal quartz. It's from a wee island off, I think it's Greece, called Seraphos, where it gets its name, but I'm almost sure it's from Greece. And they're beautiful. We find them fantastic, wee crystals, for respiratory, for breathing, So we were drawn to use some Seraphos around them. And basically why I'm putting them that way rather than directing them to it, I'm visualising the rabbit in grass, I'm fighting health. Okay, so once again, it's all intention. It's all intention. Now, I was speaking with the mummy of the rabbit, and they were saying that she intuitively drawn to citrine, and the wee rabbit was responding well with it. And so I'm going to be incorporating some citrine into this grid. Okay. There's no particular direction. All I'm trying to do is sending the attention bearing in mind that they're all, and constantly think and there's no particular order. All natural citrines, and as you see the points are all heading in to the rabbit. That's sending all different energy. It's one of my favourite crystals, my elder citrine. And why I've chosen this one, it's just an amazing crystal. It's got so many wee baby crystals on its side, wee students. It's a very wise crystal. It's got students all over the side, all learning, all growing, and there's a good community going on here. So I want to use this one in also. It's my favourite crystal. I want to use a bit of celestite. And as you see, there's nothing, this is all just development. This is a completely different grid what I have done for the past 2 days. This is happening now as we're speaking. Big piece of celestite. And in fact, I want to put the celestite, I'm going to move this Seraphos here. And I'm going to put a bit of celestite. Celestite's a very calming crystal. It's a very loving, very nurturing crystal. And the reason why I wanted to put it up here around the top, because I'm visualising around the head area. I want the rabbit to be calm, because when we're all sick and we're all ill, you know, although we've got ailments in different parts of our body, our mind is one also gets hit big time, and this is actually bringing calming down into them. Now, it's a lovely piece of carnelian. And although I'm going to keep it here, because once again the carnelian with the blood, with the internal, with the workings, getting the blood flowing, it's an amazing crystal. So I've got a bit of carnelian there. I'm going to put this bit of copper on. Got this in Glastonbury a few years back there. I always used to think it looked like a wee rabbit. Probably I'm the only one can see it. The wee face and the wee ears going down like that, but I see it as a wee rabbit. And it's I'm going to put it on there for strength. And basically what we'll be doing now is the intention. You'll be just in my mind. No reason why I'm touching these, there's no set way to do it. It's just I'm communicating with all the crystals. I'm thanking them, I feel blessed. This is happening. And then you put your intention out there. You can lead the grid for as long as you feel necessary. Doesn't matter necessarily, the longer the better. I believe when you put your prayer out there, you put your healing out there, you don't have to keep doing it, you don't have to keep asking, you know, please send more. But it's good to have a reminder of, you know, what you're doing. Self and then send positive energy to a lot of people. every day. So we have our own wee routine of how to do it and what we do. And the wee rabbit's going to be into our thoughts and our prayers each day. The same as his mum and dad and his wee family would be. Same as you would be too, by the way. Even if we haven't met you or haven't talked to you yet. If this is your first time coming to this video, sending love and positive energy to you. So I'll bring this to a close now. And what I would say to you is this: it's your intention first and foremost. You know, you can make it, as you see yourself, this is a basic grid. This is actually came in a thought form. Every crystal placed down has got an intention behind it, and my intention is one thing and one thing only, and no disrespect to yourselves or to YouTube. It's, you know, it's not about yous, it's not about me, it's not about Lynn, it's not about dreaming of Avalon. It's actually about the wee rabbit, that we genuinely want to send healing thoughts to it, and hopefully you will get something from this. And if you have an animal friend, loved one, somebody else, and you want to be sending, you could place a photograph down. It doesn't have to be a thing. And by the way, you could use it as a totem. You could use, if you're looking strength, you're looking positivity, you know, put a symbol of the bird down there to get you the strength. And then on that occasion, you'll be placing a crystal down, you'll be asking the bird energy to come out towards you, and instead of directing the crystals inward, you would be turning the crystals outward. So in other words, you're receiving the energy, the healing, the power, the bird energy from the center. We want to direct the energy this time into the crystal, into the center. And that's what I would be saying to you would be a basic crystal healing grid. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you can take something from it. And spur a thought for our wee rabbit friend. And it doesn't matter whether it's a year down the road, send that positive energy to, in fact, to all our wee animal relations, all our animal relations in the in this beautiful planet that we live in.